Vaheguru Ji Ka Khalsa,
Vaheguru Ji Ki Fateh.
So we are here again today with other at SNA camp, Guru Har Gurdwara West Brom, and we're with two young girl and boy. What's your name?
Dylan Gill.
Mia Cole.
Dylan Gill and Mia Cord. Nice to meet you guys. And is this your first time coming to the camp?
Yes.
Same, yeah.
And how have you found this camp?
This camp is very amazing. I have found a lot of friends and I have learned a lot of Sikhi.
Good.
I find it very educational and very relaxing.
Very relaxing. So these lot have come for the first time and you can see that they've loved it. What would you say your favourite part was of camp so far?
My favourite part of camp was the lectures, when we got to sit down and listen, because I have learned a lot of Sikhi through that time.
Good.
I also like the lectures because you just get educated so much.
Okay, so they said that they loved the lectures. Is there any particular lecture that you've really enjoyed or that you really felt touched by, that was emotional or anything like that?
I have got touched by the Sikhi helpline lecture talking about people which get groomed and bullied, and I really wanted to help them that time.
Okay.
To be honest, I loved all of them.
All of them?
Yeah.
Okay, so the Sikh helpline, that's a very fantastic thing. That is organised and run by Gyani Sukha Singh Ji from West Brom, and he does work really hard for it, doesn't he? Is there anything else that you'd like to say about camp? Encourage other people?
I would like to say that the camps has inspired me so much that when I will have the chance, I will certainly start keeping my hair everywhere.
It's very, very good. How about you?
Throughout this camp, I would like to start to take Amrit and start more, say more Guru Bani.
That's very good. That's very good. Thank you very much, guys. Vaheguru Ji Ka Khalsa.
Vaheguru Ji Ki Fateh.
Thank you.
Vaheguru Ji Ki Fateh. Perfect. Okay. My name's Dr. Ravjot Kaur, and I'm a doctor in mental health. Okay. So I deal with things such as emotions. So my talk today is on emotional intelligence. Yes? So you guys are 11 to 14? 13. 11 to 13. Okay. Fine. So do we know what this word means? Emotions? What does it mean? Okay, go for it. Feelings. Let's go with that. Feelings. Yep. Somebody else put their hand up over there. Brilliant. So you're an older group. We're going to move through this quicker. Okay, so emotions, yeah, are feelings. Okay, but what if I told you today that emotions are feelings plus a story? Yeah, and I'll just go into that in a minute. So it basically depends on your personal story and your feeling, which tells me about your emotion. You looking a little bit confused there. Like, what is she talking about? Yeah? Okay, so let me go through that again. We're all here today, mixture of boys and girls. Yes? Okay. Would you say that you're different or the same? Different. What makes you different? Yeah, go for it.
Different opinions on things.
Okay, so different opinions makes you different in this group, yeah? What else?
Our personalities.
Personalities make you different to each other, yeah? What else makes you different?
Our different interests.
Different interests. Do you all look the same? Different there as well, aren't you? Yeah? What else?
DNA.
DNA. Very clever answer. What's your name? Gurveer. Yeah? Gurveer Singh, okay. Okay. So he's given us a complex answer, which is our DNA, right? Probably because I'm a doctor and he wants to give me like a medical answer, right? Yeah? So DNA makes us different, okay? So the DNA making us different gives us different physical form, yeah? So we all look different. None of us look the same here, okay? Some people in camps say to me that, yeah, definitely we're different because we are boys and they're girls and girls smell, yeah? Or something like that, yeah? So you guys seem to think that, you know, boys and girls are different. Just by being a boy, you're different to a girl, and that means so much, okay? But essentially, what it is that we all have the same emotions. So there are ways that we are actually the same, aren't there? Yeah, if we're seeing Vaheguru in everybody, then that means that there's something common in everybody too, right? So we are also similar in having the same sort of emotions, okay? So somebody said to me, we have different emotions. Can we talk about I want to talk about 6 emotions that are coming to my mind right now. So can somebody just share with me, just shout out if you like, because you're a nice and quiet group. Okay, happy. Anger. Sad. Frustration comes in anger. Huh? Fear. Like that one. Confused. Yeah. Disgust. Confused. And I'm looking for one more here. Right. Yeah? Excited. Shock. Yeah? Excited, shock. So these are our kind of primary emotions. This is what makes us the same in this room. We all experience these emotions, okay? So my talk today is on emotional intelligence. And I want to link it to mental health because we've been taught about mental health quite a lot at schools and we're hearing it a lot these days. Are you guys hearing it or is it just me? You're hearing it, right? So mental health, what have you heard about mental health? Can you give me some words that you've heard associated with mental health? Yep. Depression. Right, depression. Anxiety. Post-traumatic stress disorder. Love it. Okay. Okay. So let's stick with this slide for now. So depression. Can you give me any more? Anybody else heard of anything? Anybody else know of their families or their siblings suffering from anything of a mental health condition? So somebody said depression, anxiety. Somebody said PTSD. Is that right? Post-traumatic stress disorder. Right? Can you give me some more? Autism. Yep. Schizophrenia. Yep. Dyslexia. Yep. Yep, yourself. Self-harm. Yep. ADHD. Yeah. OCD. Do you know what that stands for? Okay. What else? Yeah.
Brittle bones.
Which one?
Brittle bones.
Brittle bones. Yep. What else? Yeah.
But does OCD stand for obsessive compulsive?
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, that's quite a few then. That's really powerful actually, that you guys know about this stuff, as in you've heard it. So I don't know how you've heard it. Can you share with me a little bit as to how you've heard about these things? Yep. Talking about it at school. Adverts. Family members have it and you know about it. Yeah? This is powerful stuff. So that means that pretty much this sort of stuff can happen to anybody in this room, right? Or anybody in this room will know somebody experiencing a condition like this, right? Yes? So we are pretty much, we are different, you're right, but we are the same again because we have all of these same emotions. So people with these sort of mental health conditions, they also have these emotions that we spoke about here, right? But the level at what they have it at is different, okay? So what if I told you today that an extreme amount of sadness leads to depression? Did anybody know that? Yeah? Cool. Okay. If you know that, then I can move on. Did anybody know that an extreme amount of fear leads to anxiety? Yeah? Okay. How? How is it that these emotions here, why don't we just call them sad and fear? Like, why don't we just call them what they are? Why do we have to give them these names here? Why do they become these kind of conditions here? Yeah.
It's like when you like scared that, say anxiety.
Yeah.
If like you're scared that people might judge you for that and keep on worrying. Well, you worry normally, but then anxiety is when you worry like too much.
So can you stand up for me and come to the front? Say that again. I don't know if everybody heard that. Yeah? Don't know if everybody heard that. Say that.
So basically, when you'd worry about something, but then you'd worry more than you'd like.
Yeah, say it. Don't look at them. Just say it. Say it.
It's like it's too far.
Too far. Okay. What does too far mean?
Like when you worry too much.
Too much.
Yeah.
Okay. What does too much mean? How is it too much? Like I could be really scared about a spider. Yeah, for example.
Yeah.
Does that mean I've got anxiety?
Not really, no.
So you said if I think about this thing too far, about being about this spider, too far, what does that mean? So before it becomes anxiety, like I'm scared about.
That you take it like
Too far?
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
You take it to worst case scenarios.
Yeah.
You like take it so like when this happens, which leads to a lot of fear, so you take it to the worst case scenario.
So you imagine the worst happening, yeah? Okay. Yeah. So my question is too far. What is that? Stress. To the point where it becomes stressful, yeah? You're saying, and we'll talk about stress in a minute.
Is it that it's more than they're coming amount, so it's more than usual?
More than usual. What is usual? Okay, so what I'm getting at here is that it's for a long period of time, yeah? Yeah, you were going to say that, right? Okay, sorry I didn't get back to you. Okay, so it's for a long period of time. These emotions here, we feel them. So we all feel them, agreed, in this room? Yeah, agreed. We've all experienced them. Do we feel all of these can we feel them all in a day? Yeah. Right. Can we feel them one at a time, or can we have two at a time, three at a time? Can you feel sad and scared? Yeah. Can you feel angry and sad? Yeah. Okay. So we can have these in the day, but what makes it into these conditions is when it starts taking over their lives. So I just want you to, I just want to thank you, first of all, because you're being really nice and patient and listening really, really well. I want to ask you now to think about somebody who you know in your circle who has experienced something of these kind of conditions here. Somebody with depression, anxiety, either in your families or your friends, your siblings, brothers and sisters, cousins, or if you don't have anybody, then somebody famous who you might know of. That you've heard that they're stressed out, they've got depression, anxiety or something? Okay. And just hear me out for a second. That person is feeling a really strong emotion, yeah? But what's happening is that person's feeling it for a really long period of time. Okay? Are you with me so far? They're thinking about that, they're thinking about it a lot. It's too much for them. They're thinking about it all the time. What I'm trying to say here is that time is every day, most of the day. Yeah? So most of the day we can switch from these emotions, can't we? We've come to camp, we're going to meet people, we're going to talk and share, and we're going to do a bit of exercise and all this kind of thing. We can switch from these emotions. Somebody might make us angry, somebody might give us one less roti or one extra roti or whatever. Yeah? We can feel all these kind of emotions, but they change. But with people who have got depression and anxiety, they tend to be in this state for a long period of time. A long period of time, like weeks. Did you know that? They can stay in this kind of emotion for like weeks at a time. Or months or years. Is anybody brave enough to share a story with me about somebody? You don't have to give me their name, but you can tell me that I know somebody who is like depressed, for example.
My grandma was depressed because my mum's brother, he died about like 2 years ago.
Right, okay. So how do you know that she was depressed?
Because she was like really, really sad all the time.
Your grandma. Thank you so much. Thank you. Oh, one more thing, sorry. How did that make you feel, knowing that information?
Really sad that she might not get like too depressed and then go too much like far.
Okay. Thank you so much. So grandma was feeling depressed. Yeah? Because somebody passed away? So somebody died. Right? So that's sad. So can you see that depressed is actually sadness? Can you see that? And it's pretty normal, right? So somebody's passed away. It's, that's really sad. That is a really sad thing. So what's happened is this sadness here has gone on way too long. Do you remember how I said to you about too much? What is too much? Weeks, months, years. And now that person's feeling depressed. Yeah, so it's literally the time that we're talking about here. If you're sad for too long, day in, day out, it can lead you to depression. Okay, when you're in depression, right, when you're feeling depressed for too long, you can stay there and it becomes a habit. But the reason why that person's become depressed is because somebody passed away. Because somebody passed away that they're feeling extremely sad. Yeah? Is that when they're depressed? Now, lots of things can make us feel extremely sad. So if we don't get to sort it out here, if we don't get to sort out the feeling here, then we can lead to things like depression and anxiety. So what was anxiety? Did we go through that? So anxiety is a feeling. So if this is sadness from depression, what is anxiety? If I say it's one of those emotions just gone way too far, for too much, for too long, what would you say? One of these emotions that we spoke about earlier. Can everybody see this? So anxiety. What is anxiety? Yep, the one in the pink, Jenny? Pardon? Feeling scared, right? So anxiety, if I've told you that the sadness, if you're sad for too long, it can lead to depression, then anxiety can be from too much fear for too long, too much. Does that make sense? It becomes an issue, it becomes a problem. So all those feelings, can somebody tell me about those physical feelings that you get with anxiety, for example? So if somebody feels scared for too long, what sort of things happen to them? Like, how can I tell somebody's scared? Talking to other people. Okay, so they've got this thing called social anxiety, whereby they don't want to go outside anymore, because some of us like it, don't we? Some of us like going outside and playing football and talking to other people, but there's sometimes we have these days whereby we don't want to. But people who have got social anxiety, they don't want to. They want to stay at home. They want to just stay in their own space. We might know this. This might be familiar. I think the gentleman behind said that he knows of somebody who experiences this, right? So that person's isolated themselves. And it's interesting that I'm standing here, actually, because I'm closer to this thing here, which I've brought with me today. And that person has started to isolate themselves, yeah? If they've isolated themselves, if that person's isolated themselves, they think that they are what? Right, alone, yeah? Now, we all feel lonely, and it's not very pleasant, okay? But they've forgotten that actually they're never alone. Would you agree? Can you see where I'm going with this? That person's got social anxiety. They don't want to speak to anybody. They don't want anybody there. They feel so lonely, so sad, that they just don't want anybody there. And so when they go out to the shops or the post office or something, that makes them feel really, really anxious. Now, can somebody tell me physically what happens? Actually, I'll say that for the game in a second, okay? So I want to just go through what it feels like to be anxious, to relate to this person, your friend. So let's use your friend, yeah? Who's feeling really, really anxious, social anxiety. She don't want to go out. She's forgotten. She wants to be just lonely. She feels really lonely. She may not want to be lonely, but she feels very lonely, yeah? And she's forgotten that actually she's never alone. Like, we're never alone, okay? So we'll talk about that in a second, okay? So game time. I'm just going to chuck that over there. You weren't ready, were you? And then I'm just going to go like that. Okay, it's all right. Whoever's got it, it's got it. Okay, whoever's got a ball, can you stand up, please? Shh, to everybody else, please. Please give each other the respect that we deserve. No respect right now. Shh. Okay, well done. Okay, so I'm just going to go through each one of you, and I'd just like you to tell me what emotion is on that ball. If you've ever felt it before, when you felt it, if you could share with us, that would be really nice. Like a genuine kind of emotion, right? When you really truly felt it. If it was a recent one, that's good as well. And then I want to, then I'll ask you to sit back down. I might ask you just to tell me how it feels inside. Okay, because what I'm trying to ask you to do here is sometimes we're so busy because we've got exams, we've got to go to school, we've got to help our parents and everything. We get to we forget to feel inside what's happening, and we're ignoring our signs because these emotions, remember, happen to everybody. Yes? So what I'm wanting to do is bring about that feeling again, so we do something about it. Like truly, not just say, when the auntie ji says, "Putter tu theek hai," and then we're all like, "Hanji, theek hai." Yeah? "Hanji, theek hai." When sometimes actually we might be really annoyed that she just asked us if we're okay, or we might be really happy and we can't share it with her because we don't want to speak Punjabi right now. Yeah? So what I'm trying to say is I want you to start just sharing with me truly how you feel. So if you could kindly hold the ball still. Okay, then I'll have to pass you the mic. So if you throw me the ball back, I'll ask you your name, throw me the ball back, and then I'll give you the mic. What's your name? Sukraj Singh. So you had this ball. Okay, what's that feeling?
Happy.
So what's that emotion? Happy, yeah?
Yeah.
Everybody agree?
Yeah.
All right, when was the last time you felt happy?
It was on Christmas.
First of all, sorry, have you ever felt like this before?
Yeah.
Okay. When was the last time you felt like this?
It was on Christmas, and my family just gave me a surprise of getting me an Xbox.
Okay. So that gentleman there is laughing. I didn't really look at him, but I think he was laughing at the fact that he thinks that Christmas was the last time you felt happy.
Yeah, and other stuff.
Yeah? So have you felt happy since Christmas is the first question. Yeah? Okay. Don't worry, guys. He's felt happy since Christmas, all right? You can relax, all right? That's good. Okay. But one of the happiest times you're saying is when you got your Xbox at Christmas. That made you feel really happy. How does that feel like?
Rewarded.
Okay, you felt rewarded, okay?
Yeah.
What was happening so you're smiling. I can see you smiling. That pretty much matches this, right? Yeah? What else is happening? How else does it feel inside?
Don't know.
Don't know? Okay. When we feel, thank you so much. When we feel happy, can you tell me what's happening inside? Can somebody share with me like how they feel or what could happen to your face physically and, what we're feeling inside mentally? Really important because we know it. We want to feel it all the time, but we can't describe it. So I just want you to describe it. Yeah.
You could do some things better than you.
Oh, so you can perform better. Perform better, yeah? That's really good. So when you're happy, you can do things better, he said. That's true, right? What else? Yeah? Pardon? When you keep laughing for no reason. So you're really happy that you just want to keep laughing for no reason, yeah? Because you're happy inside. You feel, what's the feeling? What does it feel like? Safe? Content? Yeah? Okay. Yeah, you come across as a nice person because they're smiley. You're all nice and smiley. Okay, so it's a really simple emotion. We all it, but sometimes we don't know how to describe it. Yeah? So that's really important. I will come back to that in a bit. Okay, and your name, sir? Yeah? Amrit Singh. Okay, I'm going to give you the mic. Can you pass that on back, please? And then, ooh, sorry. Oh, sorry. Thank you. What do you have there?
When you get a win on Fortnite.
When you get a win on Fortnite. So what is that emotion? Mike.
You
don't know what that is?
No.
Excited? We had excited? Joyful, yeah? So, yeah, I agree. Let's had a joyful, excited, good surprise, yeah? Happy surprise. Because with surprise, you can have a sad surprise, like shock, and you can have a good surprise, yeah? Okay, so when you felt like what? When was the last time this happened to you?
Yesterday.
Okay. And what happened yesterday?
I got a win on Fortnite.
Nice. Congratulate him, everybody. Yeah? I have no idea what that means. But let's congratulate him. It feels like that. Yeah? Okay, good. Thank you so much. Thank you. No, you can't keep it. Thank you. So we know that this feels greater than this. Like being surprised in a good way feels greater than that happy face. Yeah? Agree? So these are good, really nice feelings. Yeah? They're like, that's what we all want, don't we, all the time? Okay, go for it. Can I have the ball and then, oops, again. Keep passing it back to people. And then, yeah, you're coming forward, aren't you? What's your name, sir?
Does the thing have to be sad because of the ball?
Yes, it does, unfortunately. That's interesting, isn't it? He said, does it have to be whatever this emotion is? Yes. I want your true feelings, okay? I want your true feelings. Not the answer that I'm going to give to everybody here. Okay, so what's your name, first of all? Love Raj. Okay, Love Raj. Love Raj, what is that? Angry, yeah? Agreed?
Yeah.
Okay. Have you ever felt like this before? The truth, please. Yeah? Okay, when was the last time or a really angry time? And I'll be very grateful if it was like a true emotion, like a true angry feeling that you felt. You don't get the food you want. No, I don't know, what does it feel like? That must make you feel really angry. Huh? Well, what does it feel like? That's like Mr. Singh when you get Yeah. Feels like, what does it feel like? That you wanted Mr. Singh's and you got Roddy. Feel like punching someone, yeah? I like it. Can you come up, Mr. Singh? That one? Yeah, any of you, both of you. Thank you so much, Navran. Can you both of you come up quickly? And I want to know what's physically happening in your body, okay? When you're feeling angry, I want to know this. So he's really angry, right? He wanted Mr. Singh's and he got Roddy. Really angry. Okay, so what's happening to your body inside? Alright, what's happening to your face?
It just goes like the ball really.
Right.
Starts, like gritting your teeth.
Mr. Singh, I wanted. Yeah? I wanted Mr. Singh. What else happening?
You just
I wanted Mr. Singh. Eyes are popping out.
Oh yeah.
Teeth are clenching. I wanted Mr. Singh. I've got Roddy and I just wanted Mr. Singh.
I'm not okay.
Face is going serious.
You're trying to solve like
Yeah, that you wanted it, right? Now you can see my eyes are becoming a little bit wider. Yeah? And I'm getting angry. Because I wanted Mr. Singh's, I'm looking forward to the cheese pizza, and I've got none. Alright? Going red. Sometimes you can see that on people, sometimes you can't. What could be happening inside? Physical thing.
just jaw like this.
Hey?
Just jaw like this.
Yeah. Got your point. I've got the point. But physically, what's happening inside? Huh? So stick with me here. Physically, what's happening inside? Sometimes your heart rate can increase as well. Yeah? You can get angry, you can feel like, they say your blood's boiling. Yeah? But that just means that your temperature's rising. Like the ball, you're going red. Yeah, my blood's boiling. Okay, so that's a strong feeling, yeah? Thank you so much. That's a strong emotion. Thank you very much.